Hi everyone, this is a unit 4, lesson 21 lecture for Co-op Form 1 Latin. So, you've finished up the first and second declension of nouns, and now we're going to move on to the third declension. And the third declension is kind of like the second declension, where there were two different versions of the declension for different genders. So you remember that the second declension had one group of nouns that was masculine and another group that was feminine. Well, the third declension has one group that's masculine or feminine and one group that's neuter. So some kinds of words are declined according to the masculine-feminine rule, and some according to the neuter rule. Okay, so this week we're learning only the masculine-feminine ones. And the only way you'll be able to tell whether one of the nouns in this group is masculine or feminine is by memorizing it. So remember to include that in your studying of the vocab word, that you have to know the gender. Also, the third declension words are not like the first and second declension words in another way, that their genitive singular sometimes changes quite a bit from the nominative singular. With a first declension word like terra, the only thing that changes is that it changes from ter-a to ter-I, but the stem stays the same. But in the third declension it can be kind of different. So for example, the word for father, no, let's not do that one. The word for leader is dux, leader. And dux is the nominative form of it, but then when you go to the genitive, it changes from dux with an X to ducis with a C rather than an X. So because it changes from the nominative to the genitive, we need to know which one we go to find the rest of the cases. So we find the stem of a noun. This is always true. We find the stem of a noun by going to the genitive singular and cutting off the genitive ending. So we go from dux, ducis, we take ducis, and we cut off is, which is the genitive singular ending in the third declension. So we get the stem as duc. Okay? So then we just add our new endings for the third declension. So we get dux, ducis, duci, ducem, duce, duces, ducum, ducibus, duces, ducibus. Okay? So the endings are, well, there's no unique ending in the nominative because you just learned that with your vocab word. But the other endings are is, e, em, e, and then plural es, ibus, es, ibus. You'll notice about this that just like in the first and the second declension, the dative and ablative plural endings are the same. In this case, ibus, right? Also, you'll notice that the nominative and the accusative endings are the same in the plural. So that's es, es. Another important thing about the third declension is that because the genitive can be so different from the nominative, you can't write your dictionary entry the way you do for first and second declension words. In a first and second declension word, you can list first the nominative. You could say terra, and then have a space, and then just put dash ae for the ending of this genitive singular. But you can't do that with the third declension because of how different they are. So you have to write out the whole word for your dictionary form. So just to be clear, a third declension dictionary form is nominative singular, the whole word, and then genitive singular the whole word, and then the gender again, like you would in a first and second declension noun. So just make sure that you make that adjustment on your quizzes and write the full word out for the third declension. Okay? Let's see here. What else do we need to cover? So the genitive singular of every Latin noun has to be memorized carefully. The genitive singular identifies the noun, the declension of the noun, and provides the stem. So another way, and so it's important to know the genitive. One, we already talked about this, because that's how you get the stem of a noun. But two, it's important because you know, based on the genitive singular, which declension a word belongs in. For example, if your genitive singular of a word is domi, and you don't know what the word means, you've never seen it before, but the genitive singular has the E or the I ending, that means that it's from the second declension, right? Because our second declension, masculine and neuter nouns end in I. In the third declension, the genitive singular is is, is. And so you would know a word, even if you'd never seen it before, you would know a word by its genitive singular in is, that it was the third declension word. All right. Another important thing to know is you'll remember that we talked about adjectives and how they are supposed to describe nouns. And you know that they are supposed to modify their noun and match the noun in gender, number, and case, but not ending or declension. Okay, so this becomes important now because the words, the adjectives that you've learned are first and second declension adjectives, and that just means that they have first and second declension endings. So the masculine is us, the feminine is a, and the neuter is But you can use first and second declension adjectives to describe third declension words. All you have to do is make sure that it matches in gender, number, and case. So how do you do that? Let's make an example. Let's say the good father, and let's put it in the nominative singular. So the father is, the word for father is pater, and it's already in the nominative singular. So we have pater. Now, what word means good? It's bonus, right? Bonus, bona, bonum. And what we do is we pick our masculine, because pater, father, is masculine. So we pick bonus, and it's already in the nominative singular, so we're already matching. So your good father is translated pater bonus. Okay? Another example, let's put one in the accusative case. Let's say the bad king, okay? So the word for king is rex regis. And the accusative singular, if you go through your endings, is regem. So we have regem. And we need to get the word for bad, which is malus, mala, malum. And we want to put it in the masculine, because king is also masculine. We want masculine, accusative singular. So we go malus, mali, malo, malum. There we go. So bad king, and the accusative is regem bonum. I'm sorry, malum, bad. So you see there that the case and the gender and the number are the same, but the ending is not necessarily the same. So that's important to remember about your adjectives. Alright, so this week you need to study this lesson 21, study your new vocab. There's about 7 of them, and take your quiz 21. And once you've taken your quiz, take a picture of it and have your mom email me the quiz after you have marked the errors. Either you or your parent can mark the errors. And let me know if you have any questions about your homework. I can always do a Zoom meeting or a FaceTime call or just a regular call and answer any questions you have. see you later.